Hi, second grade. Okay, we're going to go over 2.8. This is practice addition and subtraction. The learning target is add and subtract within 20. Okay, so this is saying you have 6 yellow buttons and 8 red buttons. Write 4 equations that describe your buttons. Okay, so I'm going to make 6 yellow buttons. Okay, that's 6. And then I'm going to make 8 red buttons. Those are bad circles, but the best I can. Okay, there you go. Okay, 8. Okay, so I'll write in blue. So let's say I have this 6, right? So I could write 6 and plus that 8. Okay, and what is 6 plus 8? Well, I'm just going to take my 6 and add on 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have 14. Okay, now can I take the 8 and the 6, do it in the opposite order? Well, of course I can. So I could do 8 plus 6 also equals 14. Okay, now the next one is a subtraction problem. Well, if I take 6 or 8 and I put it here, I'm not going to get the same answer that I'm going to have up here. I want the same 3 numbers. So if I did 8 minus 6, I would get 2, wouldn't I? So I can't do that, and I can't do 6 minus 8 because you can't have a small number. So what if I took this big number, 14? Let's see. 14, and I took away, let's say 6. Okay, so we know all of this is 14, right? But if I take all of these 6 and I just get rid of them, what's that going to be? I'm going to have my 8 left. Okay, now since it's subtraction problem again, I'm also going to start with the big number. 14 is how many buttons I have total. Okay, what if I got rid of these first? I got rid of 8. I'm going to be left with the 6 over there. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and erase because we're going to go on to our next page. All right. So our next page. Okay. Okay, so the next page is saying, look at all these different ways we can solve. So this is 6 plus 7 equals what? So we have one way is, look at, they use a doubles fact plus 1. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So 6 plus 6 is what they used. So 6 plus 7 is 1 more than 6 plus 6, which is what? 12, right? 6 plus 6 is 12. Now if they added 1 more, what's that going to be? 13. Okay, so that's one way you can solve that. Another way is that they made a 10. So they started at that 6, that's where the 6 is, and they went to 10. How many was that? So that 4, right? 4. But we need 7. So they added 3 more to have that be 7, right? So they jumped the 4, jumped 3, and they also ended at 13. See how you can do one problem 2 different ways? Okay, let's try another one. This one is 16 minus 9 equals what? So here's one way. They started at 16, okay, number line. They went back to their best friend 10. but it wasn't 16 minus 6, right? 16 minus 9. So 16 minus 6, how many more to get 9? They need to take 3 more, and they end up on this 7. Okay, so that's one of their answers right there is 7. Another way is part, part, whole. Part, part, whole. So let's see, they have 16. That's my biggest number, right? Because, 9 is less. And then it's a subtraction problem. So you know that that question mark is going to be less. So this whole has to be 16. And you know that there's 9. But what's that other part of it? Okay, they found out it was 7, of course. But so they found out 9 plus 7 is 16. So 16 minus 9 is 7. Okay, so when you are doing the 2.8, you can solve these problems any way you like. You just have to make sure that you can decide, which method to use. So let's look at this one. 3 plus 9. I'm going to use probably my make a 10. So I would probably just kind of go like this. It's going to be a 1 and a 2. That 1 and the 9 go together to make a 10. And then what do I have left? I'm going to add that 2 there. 10 plus 2 is 12. Okay, let's see about this one. 8 minus 6. Well, I'm just going to probably use a number line. Okay, and I have a number line, so I'm just going to use that. You can't see it, but I'm going to go back 6, and I'm going to get 2. How about this one? I have 11 minus 4. Let's say I used my part whole. So I have part of them, and this is my whole, right? All right, so my whole is going to be the big number, so it's actually going to be 11. 4 is a part of that. Okay, what's the other part that would make up 11? Okay, well, I can use my number line. I can start at 4 and go all the way to 11. It's going to be 7. So my answer here is 7. Okay, now could I have solved those 3 in different ways? Absolutely. You could have used doubles. Well, not really doubles for any of those. You could have used the make a 10 like we did down there. You could have used the part whole for that one as well. This one, you could use the part whole like we did for this one. So just use your different methods to solve these problems, and I think you guys will do a really good job. All right, do your best.